What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Complete Tech Crew. Today's video is going to be kind of interesting. We're going to be going over several batteries, battery styles, battery types, and battery kits that I picked up over time, and definitely explaining to you and sharing with you why it is not a good idea to buy batteries individually. If you do not need them, do not buy them individually, because there's always opportunities such as this, which is this year's or the current clearance promotion going on right now, or previous clearance promotions like this one from the year 2021. So this was the 2021 as well. This was 2020, at the end of 2020. So you got to be looking out for things like this to go on clearance, particularly when the price point is high. This was at a $299 price point. This was at a $299 price point. This was at $199, and you were able to get a specific type of tool free. That is always the best time to take advantage of batteries. Every battery kit and single battery you see here, I got free with a tool purchase. So you guys always want to consider that before buying a battery singularly. This battery by itself, I do believe, is about $199 or $200. This is an XC 8.0. This battery by itself is $159 or $169. This is just a standard 5.0. It's very important to consider that before spending all that money on batteries, because you, in most cases, you can get a tool $200 and then get this battery for free. This particular battery, I picked up the Milwaukee vacuum cleaner, that one that actually looks like an upright vac, and I was able to get this to accompany that tool. So the promotion on that, was when you bought that particular tool, you were able to get this battery free. So a lot of people take the battery back or the tool back. Me, I'm a junkie and I have issues, so I keep the tool and the battery. So it's a win-win for me, especially at that price, because the regular price for that particular item, that vacuum, was $199. So it was $199 plus the free battery. So that's a no-brainer. This, again, I'll go back to this one on the top. These are two 6.0, so these are two HO 6.0. So these have 21,700 cells. So they work incredibly well with fuel tools and some non-fuel or brushed tools. There is a difference. It's a different response of power, even with the vacuum. So you guys got to try it out, and we will definitely be testing that out in future videos on this channel. So I'm sorry for keep wiping my nose. I know that's tacky. Kind of excited and a little nervous too. So let's get right into this one. Stop that rambling and show you guys what I'm talking about. So this one was the 2021 promotion. If I'm saying the wrong years, it's like almost 2 weeks into 2022. So cut me some slack. I'm still trying to get used to that. So this one was so-so, because it wasn't like the one from the year 2020 where it came with the rapid charger. This is just the standard M18 M12 charger, and we'll dig into that. You guys see that so much. What I was excited about is I picked this up for exactly $150. So $150 from Home Depot on clearance. And if you guys haven't seen my short or my Instagram post, I'll try to get that in frame to the best of my ability. That is the SKU, so that's how you will navigate and how you will locate the item on your overhead bays at Home Depot. This particular item has no home, so you cannot go ask for it, or you cannot go search the website for it. It will not come up. This item has been cleared out or liquidated, so it's on clearance if it's still in your stores. But I was able to grab 3 of these from 2 different Home Depots, 2 from one and 1 from the other, and it's absolutely worthwhile. I already opened 1. And I got 2 just stocked up and put away. So please be looking out for this, because this is the current one, and it still might be in your Home Depot. So stay optimistic. That's always the best way to look at everything. Put that good energy out, good responses will come. So get that out of there. It's not relevant. Let's go ahead and pop these open. Trying to put these beautiful batteries. And again, these HO batteries, high output, not high demand, high output. They're gonna have 21,700 cells in them. So that's very important, again, for your different type of responses from your tools. So let's look at those babies. Now this just makes total sense, because for the price of one 5.0 with 18,650 cells, I was able to pick up 2 6.0s and a standard M18 M12 charger, So you guys always need to be looking out for that. How did I know to go look? I was aware that spring promotion had ended. It was a late spring promotion that had ended. So a month later, I started navigating the Home Depots. The first price I was able to to gauge it at and confirm it was $210. I waited another week and a half or so, maybe 2 weeks at the most. I went back to a different Home Depot, asked them to check the price for me. When I found it on the overhead bins, they will not find it for you. You have to navigate and find it yourself. So I was able to navigate and find the 2-pack. He scanned it for me on their little phone, a little mobile tablet or whatever that thing is that they have, and it came up $150. And I said, I take everything that you have here. He told me he had 7 of them. He was only able to find 2. I grabbed both of them. And I went on in a later date in the future and went to go search other Home Depots for it, and I found it just the same. Stay optimistic, guys, and don't always rely on them. You'll end up taking an hour of their time, and you don't want to get into conflict with them, any type of confrontation, and hear them running their mouth, and then they got to call the manager, and then it's all for naught because somebody's going to have an attitude at the end of it all. So take your time, spend 20 minutes in there, scan the overhead bays and the tools that are facing you and the tools behind it. So you're gonna have to go to the aisle behind it. Sometimes it's hardware aisle. Sometimes it could be plumbing on that backside. It's just it's all contingent upon how your store is set up. Excuse me, I'm over here stuttering. So think about that. Always think about that, because that's exactly how I picked all of these up. I got a lot of these ones on clearance. These are the 4.0s. I also picked up some of the 6.0s from the promotion in late spring 21. Because that was a phenomenal promotion. The pricing was great. Everything was good about that. So I picked up some 6.0s with the tool, and I was also able to get them on clearance. So that's current too. Look for the 2-pack of the 6.0s. That is a steal if you can find those, because those are marked at $119 regularly priced. So $120 for one 6.0 M12 battery. So be thinking about that. So again, I was able to get these 2 on the recent one that's out currently, and the 2-pack. 2 6.0 HOs. Think about that. All right. No point in really opening this one. It's a 5.0. Like I mentioned earlier, it came. I got this one free when I purchased that vacuum for $199, and it's regularly priced $199. So that's a no-brainer. This one I picked up when I also picked up the backpack vacuum, the HEPA vacuum from Milwaukee. That one was kind of high, but to get an 8.0 with it, and I did need that vacuum. Never mind, I didn't need it. I wanted it. So it's like a need when it comes to tools. It's always a need. So this 8.0, this was associated with that as far as the promotion is concerned. Excuse me. And this one was free with the $299 purchase of that backpack HEPA vacuum. This one, the one that was to me had the most value in it. I had been watching this and watching this and watching this. So this was just 100% a blessing. And put that good energy out there, and it's going to always come back to you. Put that good energy in that universe, and it will come back to you tenfold. Always remember that. So I stayed optimistic. I kept checking my Home Depot. At first, it was like $275. Then it kept on trickling down. And just so you guys know that I'm not blowing smoke, I'm going to attach the receipts, whether electronic or I'll just snap a picture of it when I can find it. I'm going to throw it in this video and edit it in somewhere. So this kit was $299 originally, and you got some really good, worthwhile free tools if you purchase this kit. So I waited it out. I did buy one kit at $299 and picked up a free tool with it, but then I waited it out till this went down, and I believe it said like $205 if I'm not mistaken. But I asked the guy, good energy in the store. I was positive about it. I asked him, excuse me, may you please go ahead and scan this for me? Went ahead and scanned it. It showed up $150. There were 3 on the shelf marked at $205. I still thought that was kind of high. So he was like, oh, it's $150. This is the lowest it's going to go or whatever. So I asked him, if I take all 3, is there any possibility he can take a little bit off of each one? And lo and behold, good energy out there. It came back to me. So he was able to take $40 off of each one. And I will show you that as well. So it ended up working out. He was real cool. We walked up, and he was a floor guy. We walked up to the register, and the lady was like, oh, $40, like it was coming out of her pocket. They always play that game like car salesmen or whatever. Just ignore it. Stay positive. Stay optimistic. Go ahead and get them to take it off, because it's nothing for them to do it, and get up out of the store. That's exactly how that works. So I won't ramble no more about that. Just trying to let you guys know that there is a better way to buy batteries. So let's open this one up so you can see why this one was so worthwhile. And to me, there was so much value in this. Not because the bag, because it's a bag. I like the fuel bags. Those are lovely. This is just a standard bag, I do believe. This right here is just a standard bag. No knock on that. But it is what it is. I have hundreds of these. So you got your instructional media there, batteries here. And what's significant about this kit, number one, the rapid charge. This should just be the only charger that they put out, particularly for batteries, for the HO batteries, and specifically regarding fuel tools. But for whatever reason, they're still including these, and they're still giving you the 18650 cells, which are the 2.0s, the 3.0s, the 4.0s, and the 5.0s. So Milwaukee, consider that. The tools are pricey enough. Throw us some better bones with this stuff, and then the batteries, that would be lovely. So I really do like this charger. It's a great charger. It's a lot faster. It stays cooler. Not much more to say than that, and I love it, so I'm grateful for that. And then for $150, you got an HO 6.0 and an HO 8.0. I mean, I don't know what more you could ask for, so I had to do it. And I wasn't trying to be greedy, but something just hits you and you just start itching, and that's how I know I have a problem, a bad problem. So I was able to get the 8.0, and hopefully you can see that. I hope in frame. It's such a beautiful battery. It's just gorgeous. And the 6.0. And if you're wondering why I'm opening it now, I mean, because it looks so good sitting on the shelf, just staring at it, knowing it's new and fresh in the package. Because once you open it, you're going to want to use the battery. So that's those right there. So again, that was $150. Extremely well worth it. And these ones right here, I know you guys seen these like all over the place. I went ahead and buckled down, and I think this was $59. I bought 2 of them, and they were able to give me something decent. I think it was like $5 or $10 off when I bought 2 of these. And these are 4.0s, and these are always good to go in my Surge Impact, my M12. I always use them in my soldering iron. I always use them in my service and repair floodlight, the pivoting floodlight. So it was worth it to me. Great use. I get great use out of them, and they're great. So I love to use these 4.0s and then the 6.0s, which is the more expensive one. This one came with the M12 charger, which is absolute 100% trash. So that thing is super slow. It doesn't make sense for them to even manufacture that battery, or that charger, excuse me. I had said that in some other videos, you know, and it's no disrespect to Milwaukee, but it just doesn't make sense. This charger makes no sense at all. When you have, this has the capability to do both, and do both very well. And so does this one. Not as fast at all, and it gets hot quick, but this just doesn't make sense. This overheats and is super sluggish. It's sad. So I'll sit that back in the bag that I have of like 1 million of those. Okay. And again, that's just a regular bag, not a fuel bag or anything like that. And 2 4.0s. So I think these 4.0s singularly, don't mark me on this, but I think they're anywhere from 59 to 79 bucks for the 4.0s each. And I was able to get both of them for 59, or a little less than that with the price that they gave me off. So 2 4.0s. So guys, consider how you buy your batteries. I don't want to ramble on all day about it, which I can. There is no point of having the tools and you know, being on site working and stuff like that if you're just using one battery and you got to constantly charge it. I know it's expensive to get these batteries. These 8.0s, like I said, they're at $200, $210, you know, depending on your location. So it's very difficult. A 12.0 HO is $250 by itself. That's not with the rapid charger. So it's not a starter kit. That's just a battery by itself. Stuff has gone up exponentially. We all know what kind of market and world we're in right now. So please be thinking about that. Try to get these batteries on promotion. And then if you cannot do it, then wait it out. Keep checking those stores Thursday night, Friday night. Wait till they get marked down or they start liquidating them. And remember, liquidation items, clearance items do not have a home. So they will be in the overhead bays. A lot of these employees do not know what they're looking at, do not know what they're handling. Just because it has no home, they're just throwing it up there somewhere, and it gets all intermingled and jumbled up and all this stuff. And it's up for you to navigate those overhead bays and find the items that you need at the price that you deserve. So please consider that. Again, this is just a standard 5.0. That was free with that. So 5.0s, you'll always see that. To me, that's not like boom, the most incredible deal, but if you can get it, especially if you need batteries. The promotion of the buy more, save more, that was early 2021. That a lot of people were like, you know, that's a dud because there were not battery options in that promotion. To me, I jumped all over it because I was able to take advantage of opportunities like this. So guys, get the batteries when the batteries are available. Even if you do not choose to keep the tool, even if it's not a tool that you don't need, take it back. I'm not condoning that or promoting that because it makes me sad to see a tool go back and be all lonely without an owner. You know, I don't like that, but it has to happen. Do what you got to do. Take advantage of these opportunities because it does not make sense to spend 160, 149, 139, whatever this battery is currently marked at, singularly. It makes no sense. It makes no sense to spend $200 on this singularly. Think about that, guys. Just some food for thought. These are all great batteries. If you guys got more questions about chargers and things like that, please let me know. I'll try to answer it to the best of my ability. Again, to me, every fuel tool or every HO battery should come, when it's in a kit with a fuel tool, should come with this rapid charge charger. It's a much better charger. It has a much better feel. It feels more rigid. It has like a more rigid feel. It's like a harder plastic. This is lighter. It still take a beating just like anything else. If you were to take something to a construction site that you know you're gonna get overspray on or paint on, or somebody hit it with a lift, run over the cable, just, you know, carelessness, you know, all kind of projectiles are flying all over the place on busy construction site these days. Take this one out there. It's not gonna be anywhere near as fast as this one, but it's an okay charger for what they give you. But I think this should just be the standard charger. But beggars can't be choosers, and greed is not a good trait to have, but I would like to see that. So you guys, again, I don't think I can stress this enough, and I think you get the point. Just please always consider picking these up on promotion or on clearance. Check those overhead bays. That's the message of today. Please check those overhead bays. If you look down in the comments, I always tell people to look in those overhead bays. If you have a negative perception and a pessimistic outlook, you're not going to find anything. Oh, it's too late, or oh, my store doesn't carry anything. You do not know. I always find this stuff in some of the busiest stores. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes my luck runs dry. These later quarters in 2021 have been bone dry for clearance. The pickings have been slim. I was very fortunate, very blessed to find the 2.6.0 on clearance in the pack. So that was a great opportunity to find that, but it wasn't on any type of clearance shelf. It was in the overhead bays. So again, guys, it's Complete Tech Crew spelled with a K. Please check me out and follow on Instagram. And please, if you like the content, the traction, and it's informative and it's helping you out, or if you have future comments, concerns, questions, or suggestions for future videos, you know, put that down below in the comments. I'm wide open, and if you acknowledge that, I always try to respond to you guys in a timely manner. I work just like everybody else does, so it's hard to be in the phone while I'm at work, but I will get back to you. That's a guarantee. So again, thank you so much for watching. It's Complete Tech Crew. Be best.